Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Taylor and
Colleen.
Bonus episode 15, where we pull stories from Reddit and the tops of our noggins.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get right into my first story. So I was around 8ish. We were having some work done in my bedroom, so I was sleeping in the same room as my parents. I woke up from a nightmare and had to go to the bathroom, so I head for the bathroom. My dad was already in there, so I'd need to wait for him. There's a room between my parents' room and the bathroom. That's not mine, which was also being worked on, and the door was broken off the top hinge earlier that day. So it was hanging open a bit, and you could see into the corner behind the door. I'm standing there waiting when I hear, "Hey kid," and I turn. Standing behind the door with its head nearly at the ceiling.
No.
Which was about 10 feet, was this demonic looking thing smiling down at me. It had a blood red face and yellow teeth. The face is kind of burned into my mind. I used to say it looked like Darth Maul.
Oh my God.
Why the yellow teeth? It startled me, and just then the door swung open from the bathroom. My dad comes out and sees my horrified face. When I tell him what I saw, he thought it was childish imagination, but then the door slammed shut. He got back to the bedroom quickly and grabbed his gun to go confront what I guess he thought was an intruder. Of course, no one was in there. While he was looking, a window suddenly shattered outward. There was a metal screen in the window that tore from the glass, but it didn't break enough for a full-sized body to get through. So it was just plain smashed. We never got an answer to what caused that, but weird shit started happening regularly.
Move.
I'm sure.
Move immediately.
I would. He could. Darth Maul.
Fuck off.
10-foot tall Darth Maul.
Fuck off.
Fuck off for real.
I'm
Okay.
getting a lightsaber.
Get a lightsaber immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a couple more haunting stories for you. So, story number 2.
Okay.
I was a teenager and lived in this house, which was in San Antonio, Texas. That was foreclosed on by the bank. It started very slowly, like little taps and knocks on the wall that I originally wrote off to be house noises. Then shit started getting really weird. One day I was doing my college online in my room when I heard the door slam, like so loud it shook the house, and footsteps running up the stairs. I thought my high school aged brother had skipped school and came home early. Then he got home at his normal time, which was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I asked him if he had come home, and he looked at me like, no. That was when it started. One night I woke up out of a dead sleep because I swore, and in parentheses she says, still do, I could have been dreaming, but I doubt it, that there was something or someone literally an inch away from my face. I can't describe the feeling. My boyfriend and I at the time would hear the loudest bangs coming from the upstairs when it was just he and I in the house. I mean, it sounded like something was picking up the furniture and dropping it. Above all, the scariest thing I ever saw was a lady. It was broad daylight. I was in the kitchen making food, and I look up, and right across the counter bar is a lady walking. She more looked like she was on roller skates or something, like gliding.
Oh, okay. I was imagining like 70s, like disco
roller
dancing. Yeah.
Love that. She was kind of see-through and white. And she says, cliche, I know. But the scariest thing was she turned her head and looked at me. Her eyes looked dark. They say like black rocks or buttons. Okay, buttons is like Coraline scary.
I was just thinking that movie is so scary.
It is very creepy. Like buttons for eyes, no. I would rather see dark holes. Well, I would rather see neither. But if I had a choice, or if I had to choose,
yeah,
like I'm making this worse for myself. I saw her that one time for less than a second and then never saw her again. We moved out of that house, but my mom still owns it and leases it out. I really want to ask the renters if they hear anything, but probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Classic haunted house. Okay. Last story on my end. When I was around 6 years old, I would wake up frequently at night to use the washroom. I'd look down the hall towards the bathroom and my sister's bedroom, and for a while, without fail, I would see this really tall, dark figure standing in my sister's bedroom. Sounding really similar to story number 1.
Yeah.
Different story, though.
Okay, I was like, wait a second.
I know. I feel like things tend to happen a lot at night when you're waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, so I get it.
Yeah. You're vulnerable.
Exactly. You're like, I gotta pee, but I'm afraid. And it's always the tall, dark things.
Yep.
It was as tall as the door frame, maybe taller, and I would see it wrap its fingers around the door frame, and then it would slowly peek its head around the corner at me from my sister's room. It would just stare at me, but it would never come towards me or leave my sister's room. It had big eyes, and it resembled a man. Definitely not a woman, they say. It had no hair or facial feature. It was dressed in all black. I would refuse to go towards it to use that bathroom. Instead, I would run through the complete darkness. And they say they would do this while holding their hands like makeshift blinders so that they couldn't see. But because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
All the way down 2 flights of stairs to my dad, who was sleeping on the couch, to take me to the bathroom on the first floor. And he would take me back up to my room, but the figure wouldn't be there anymore. This all started happening just before my mom and dad were going through a really bad divorce. At this point, my mom slept in their bedroom near my own, and my dad would sleep all the way in the basement. My parents had an extremely toxic relationship, screaming and yelling constantly, throwing stuff at each other, and they say followed by my mom being unfaithful with my dad's best friend.
Oh.
That's some drama.
Yikes.
And they say now that I'm older, I wonder if the entity was attracted to negativity in our house, which I have heard of that before. Kind of clings on to it.
Yeah.
So spooky.
Very spooky. Well, why was it in the sister's room?
I don't know. I wonder if the sister had some dark.
I was going to say, like, I love that they're just like, sorry, sis. Like,
it's attracted to you. What can I say? Don't come to my room.
Yeah.
Keep those long fingers over there.
Seriously. Well, the woman, I was going to do a different one, but now the woman that you were talking about reminded me of a different story that I've heard.
Oh, okay.
And this is this married couple, and so they get married, and the woman remembers her husband always having like sleep paralysis, and when he would have sleep paralysis, he'd always have like night terrors. And so like they were kind of used to it, and they were intermittent, like he didn't have them all the time, but when he would get them, he like, or when he would struggle with sleep paralysis, like they came together. And so one night they're sleeping, and she kind of like feels him go into sleep paralysis. Like he just kind of goes stiff or whatever. And this is the first time that she's like woken up really while he's in it. And she turns over and she sees this like kind of clear, almost translucent woman with really dark, really long black hair standing over her husband. Ew. And she says that she remembers the hair vividly because the woman is like leaning over the husband and like almost like Dementor, like sucking like
the life out of him.
Ew. And like her hair is covering her face. And she says something like, he's mine, or like, leave him alone. And then all she remembers is like, it's the next morning. And so she talks to her husband, and she's like, I saw this thing last night. And he like, she's just like, his face goes like white because he's never told her what like his night terrors are. And it's like to the T, this woman.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So
ooh, that gave me goosebumps.
I know, it's so creepy.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Don't like that one either.
Oh, should I share my creepy story that I told you over
text?
Yeah,
you should.
Oh, that was weird.
I'm all excited. I'm like, yeah.
Like, I already know it, but let's go. I know. I was like, of course I have to text Colleen because, I mean, we talk about this stuff all
Yeah.
the time. So you're not going to be like, weird.
Literally, this is where our name of our podcast came from.
Well, I was asleep and I woke up. I feel like it's kind of blurry now, but it sounded like Seb walking. And actually, I didn't even tell Seb yet, but Seb, like, kind of walking in, talking to himself, being like, is she asleep? Or is she still asleep? Or something like that. And I was just like thinking, like, yeah, I'm asleep. Like, it's like late at night.
Yeah.
And then I looked and like nobody was there. And then I got up to use the bathroom because like on the weekends sometimes he falls asleep on the couch because he likes to watch TV till like real late.
Yeah.
And he was asleep on the couch.
Eh,
Don't like that.
No. What did you got to say what you put on to.
Oh yeah. I put the Real Housewives of Atlanta on.
Yep.
I was like, I knew that would take the spooks away right away.
It really does. Any Bravo, it just calms you
It
down.
just gets, you just forget about anything scary that happened.
Exactly.
Plus that one, I remember a while back you were telling me that you were rewatching that one. So that's what I'm doing now. And I like don't really remember a lot of it. So
Yeah.
it's like watching it for the first time and it's so
I
funny.
love doing that. I did that with New York recently, and I was just like
I need to do that with New York because the OG New York, so
unhinged.
good.
Yeah.
Unhinged is a good
Yeah.
word. So, but anyway. Okay. Well, that wraps up our short stories. And if you want to send us any short, scary stories or whatever, you can send it at,
IGSTTYstories@gmail.com.
or you can send it to us on social media at
IGSTTYpod. And we're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
yes. So thanks for listening.
Later.